Guys, to keep it going for your next comic from the stage, please welcome everybody, Jack Dockery!
Yeah, I don't get along with this mic stand, so I'm just gonna walk away from it. I'm just gonna call her Melinda. All right, so how we doing tonight, people? Great. Yeah, boy. Yeah, so 2021 is, I don't know, it's probably just as fucked. It's a little better than 2020. One of the worst parts about last year is that a hooker probably saved my fucking life.
Yay!
And I see nobody's eating, so let's get into the details. Now, I woke up one night having to piss really bad, and I tried to get up, and my legs are like, this shit ain't happening, you know, because drugs. And I started looking at my surroundings, and I see the painting on the wall, and I'm like, I recognize that one. I know exactly what shitty fucking hotel I'm at, and probably what drugs I took. And that's when I look down at the mattress, and I'm thinking, you know, my piss is probably not the worst fucking liquid that's been in this mattress in the last week anyway, so this is not gonna fucking hurt a thing. I just kind of get my hips over as much as I can, trying to get that feeling back, and I'm just like, that's far enough. And I just let her fly. Probably a good 30, 45 second piss right there. I was having a good time. Until a woman sat up and scared the shit out of me. She said something like this. Now, Sugar, you know I have to charge you extra for that, right? And speaking of sugar, you're gonna want to get to the doctor because you fucking got diabetes, whether you know it or not. And she was right. As a matter of fact, diabetes is not the only medical condition that I'm getting used to nowadays. So thank you. Melissa is what I'm going to say. All right, let's move right along. So I got a job a few years ago. Now I work at NASA, and fuck. Like, seriously, I don't know why I tell people I'm out there sleeping with hookers, and I tell you I work for NASA. Like, what?
It's the government.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna come clean. All right, there's no hooker, okay?
Bullshit!
It was actually my mom that figured it out.
Oh no!
No!
And you still paid her?
So, yeah, I don't want to get in trouble with the union, so of course I paid her. You know, I like that ending better. I was gonna say that I turned my mom into a hooker for that joke, but I'm gonna go with that new ending, so thank you for writing my joke for me. I need you to come to every show and just yell that exact thing if you don't mind. So NASA, yeah, so it's a big government contract town. Some of you probably work for the government. You know, you have to go to so much bullshit training every year, and you can basically sum the training up in one line. But your tax dollars hard at work. I have to go to 8 hours for each of these things I'm about to bore your life with. Don't click on spam. That's a full fucking 8-hour class. They could just say, don't click on spam in your fucking email, and the class would be over. But I agree with that one. It's important because if I get hacked at work, you guys are all gonna find out how we faked the fucking moon landing. I also have to go to this class that I could just sum it up as like, don't be a racist, sexist asshole while you're at work. And I don't know if everybody knows it, but when you work for the federal government, your boss is the president. And so for the last 4 years, that's been a guy named Donald Trump. I hate to bring that painful memory up for you guys, but I probably just undid a lot of therapy. But if anybody watched the news for the last 4 years, there's a rumor that Trump did not pay attention in that class about not being a sexist, racist piece of shit at work. Just a rumor, I don't want to get political. Another 8 hours. I'm almost as bored with this fucking training as you are having to hear about it, but let's do it. So I go to diversity and inclusion training, and they tell you there's a place for everybody. Everybody fits in at NASA. There's a place for everybody, right? There's a place for everybody. Don't leave anybody out. There's a place for everybody. All right, so I get back to my office after 8 hours of this shit, and there's a fucking HR poster hanging up in the break room that says sexual harassment has no place at NASA. And I'm like, well, bullshit. We gotta make some fucking place for that. Did you guys pay attention to that class? So now whenever I see my boss, I just give her a little tap on the ass to let her know that I pay attention in training. Yeah, so my last job, I was in the private sector, and they don't have this kind of training. They're just like, the bigger piece of shit you are, the better. And I was actually getting bullied by a guy, but I want to protect Kyle. I want to protect the names of the innocent. So we'll just call this guy Sean. So Sean would pick on me when I would wear different colored shirts. And for instance, one day I wore green, and Sean says, "Man, Shrek is even uglier in person." I wore purple, and Sean said, "Man, when did Barney and Grimace have themselves a love child?" I said, "Yeah, at least that wasn't an accident, motherfucker." Just kidding, I'm a pussy when I'm getting bullied. I just sit there and took it. But the day that my therapist remembers the best is the day that I wore that red shirt. I was coming out of the warehouse there, and there was boxes all stacked up, kind of like a little wall. And I get shoved from behind. I kind of tripped and stumbled, and I just go busting through all these boxes, but I landed it on the other side. I didn't fall down. And then in the background, I just hear Sean going, "Oh, yeah." So I went to HR, and that's so fucked. You can't just let this guy be torturing me like this all the time. I'm not the fucking Kool-Aid man. You're gonna have to do something about this motherfucker. And that is when I found out that Sean doesn't even fucking work there. Or anywhere, actually. Why, when they sent me for the mandatory psych eval, that's when I found out that there probably isn't even anybody named Sean. That's why I'm impressed that you guys can actually see Sean. How am I doing? I've been on time. Sorry, I know I'm killing it, but
You have 100 seconds.
that's enough time to have sex twice and smoke a cigarette. My joke is not as funny as that, so I'm gonna get the fuck out of here on a high note. Thank you.